I'm Atlas. Now would you kindly kill Dr. Steinman? Now would you kindly kill... Now would you kindly kill my wife and child? Now would you kindly kill Andrew Ryan? Now would you kindly kill my wife and child again? Now would you kindly kill Fontaine? Now would you kindly marry me?
What the fuck?
Welcome to the channel. My name is Davy Moans.
Name him!
Davy Moans.
And this is Bioshock.
What if I told you?
I've never played Bioshock.
It's treason, then.
Well, in the big 2025, I'm changing that. I will be platinuming all 3 games in this series, starting with Bioshock 1. This game came out for the Xbox first in 2007, then the PS3 in 2008, and the remaster I'll be playing in this video came out in 2016. Despite not playing the game myself, my older brother did, so I unfortunately know about the would you kindly thing.
Did you know? Yes.
I don't know details of the game though, so I was excited to finally play it myself. The game has 53 trophies for the platinum, and I earned all of them during one playthrough on the hardest difficulty. And this took me just over 18 hours. So it has a lot of trophies for a relatively short game. Along with playing on survivor difficulty, I also have to have the Vita chambers off. Those are spawn points, so when I die, I have to reload a save. That means I'm going to be spamming save all throughout the game. Another thing I'll be doing all throughout the game is finding audio logs. There are 122 to grab, and I used this guide as I played. Thanks for watching, now let's get started.
I offer you a choice. Join my crew. Will ye serve?
The game takes place in the good old days when you could smoke on an airplane. And after glancing at a gift we brought with us, all hell breaks loose.
And here we go.
I am under the water. Please help me.
We survive the plane crash and make our way to a very convenient structure right next to us. We wander into an elevator, and after a quick PowerPoint from Andrew Ryan, we descend into Rapture.
I chose Rapture.
Despite having an underwater casino, it appears maybe this place isn't so nice after all. There's at least one friendly person around here, it seems.
I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive.
And by following Atlas's guidance, we get our first weapon of the game. And now, it's time to see just how hard this game's gonna be. Okay, that's not looking good. Yeah, that's a bad sign. Well, at least it taught me early that I need to save all of the time. I used the strategy of running in circles to kill the first enemy.
I'll try spinning, that's a good trick.
And after that, I'm introduced to plasmids. I'd like to point out here that there was no would you kindly. You just immediately inject this random needle in your arm. Lucky for us, this turned me into limited power Palpatine, and on this difficulty, this first plasmid is going to be one of the most useful for the entire game. Alice plays sad music and gives us his sob story next, and tells us we need to go to Neptune's bounty.
But the splicers have cut me off from them. You can reach them in Neptune.
To help me get there, I retrieve a revolver from a baby carriage, and much like your search history, this thing is mostly ass.
Son of a bitch!
I come across the first trophy opportunity next, and by baiting this splicer into water and zapping it, I earn the toaster in the tub trophy. I then failed to do the same thing to his accomplice, and after beating her to death with a wrench, I'm introduced to Little Sisters.
Turned a sweet baby girl into a monster.
Oh, and Big Daddies.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
I'm not looking forward to fighting those. The way to Neptune's bounty gets blocked, so I have to fight my way to the medical pavilion to lift the lockdown.
Dumb bitch.
Reaching medical earns me the first story trophy. Here, we find our stepbot stuck in a doorway, and this is the first time I have to hack anything in this game. The hacking is mostly enjoyable, but there are times when the game will give you impossible situations. but hacking this first drone gives me 2 trophies, one for hacking the drone, and one for my first hack in general. It helps me kill some splicers, and I got the opportunity to express my right to self-defense by shooting this man in the back as he ran away from me. Hopefully maritime laws see it that way. Ooh, a diary. We don't have access to lift the lockdown, so we're going to need to find Dr. Steinman. Every bullet counts on this difficulty, especially on the early levels where resources are extra tight. A way to help with this is to hack vending machines to make prices cheaper. Hacking my first vending machine also earns me a trophy. I encounter a turret after that, and these things would give me a lot of trouble for a while, because I didn't hear Atlas giving me the pro strat to deal with them. After that, a nitro splicer would basically use up all my supplies I just bought.
Hello, motherfucker.
I hate these bastards. And then I failed the sneak check to a security camera and had to survive a security alert.
Run.
I barely did, and then hacked said camera to get my next trophy. This left me in a pretty vulnerable state, however, one that this splicer at the top of the stairs would take advantage of.
No, don't do it!
When not even running in circles worked, I figured I had to go find a vending machine to stock up a bit. That allowed me to kill the splicer and get a new plasmid. This plasmid doesn't just melt splicers, it also opens up new ways to be killed by turrets.
I hate them!
At least in one of these areas, I found a safe to hack for the next trophy. While still under turret fire, I found the wrench jockey power-up. This makes me deal more melee damage, as you can see here. Moving through medical, I find a shotgun which triggers an ambush. Aw shit, I'm stuck. I had like no health going into this, so I went and bought a few health packs to be able to survive. Thank God, that's it. Save. I found the telekinesis plasmid after that, and that lets me turn the tables on those pesky nitro splicers. I'm able to find the good doctor now, and I mostly use Incinerate and my shoddy to kill him, and doing that gives me a trophy. We grab his key, and on the way to use it encounter Tenenbaum. She tells us to free a little sister, and this gives us the resource Atom. You have the option to harvest or rescue them, but for the platinum, we have to rescue them all, so that's what I'll be doing. The Atom you get from this is spent at Gatherer's Garden vending machines, and for now, I take a health increase. Atlas says we're ready to take on a Big Daddy now, but
I think not!
You get the little sisters and the atom they carry.
I was under the assumption that the Big Daddies attack you on sight, which they don't. But I bet I look super cool and intimidating as I hid behind a corner and ran away from it.
I think I better just keep walking. Running! Better start running!
Using the key, we open the emergency access and make our way to Neptune's bounty. Atlas directs me to Fontaine Fisheries, but first, I had a really bad idea.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Hello, motherfucker.
I did, however, finally realize I should be zapping turrets. And I hacked this one for another trophy. To get into the fisheries, Peach Wilkins asked us to find him a research camera, and he provides me with a grenade launcher to help with that.
Nice.
But having that grenade launcher seemed to give me delusions of grandeur.
I have voices in my head, they counsel me.
All that for a drop of blood.
And yeah, that's still not gonna happen. Yeah, run away. What the fuck? I had so much health left. Continuing on the way to find a camera, I came across yet another Big Daddy, and I am determined to kill one of these sons of bitches already. This time, I had a somewhat working strategy of using these boxes to keep my distance. So the challenge was just up to surviving shotgun peekaboo longer than it could. My ammo and health were low, but so was his health. And that is when it all came crashing down.
Why do we force?
What the fuck are you doing here?
So that we can learn to pick ourselves up.
Thanks, Alfred. After a few more tries, that method actually worked, and I brought down my first Big Daddy. Only like 20 more. Yeah, definitely want to save after that. I find the camera after that, and this thing is the single most advanced piece of technology on Rapture apparently. Taking pictures of enemies will firstly give me a trophy, but it will also increase your research, which will in turn give you damage bonuses or plasmids. The camera is also going to lead to a lot more trophies later, stemming from the research of every enemy. For now, I have to take a few pictures for Peach.
You got the camera. Now get me.
Picture of Spider-Man.
Great. Perfect.
Don't make me look ugly.
That's impossible.
While taking these pictures, I took one so good, I got a trophy for it. Fucking nitro splicers. And now I need to head back to Fontaine Fisheries. On the way, I encountered 2 Big Daddies.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
I failed to kill them, and I still thought they attacked on sight. So while I was tactically repositioning, the game told me that retreat isn't an option.
Son of a bitch!
So, after sneaking around a corner to take pictures of a child, I realized the Big Daddies don't attack on sight, and decided to fight one of them. The hack rocket turret in this area really helped me out here, only for me to realize that there isn't a little sister around.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So I reloaded a save, and with my camera ready, waited for a little sister to start the fight. Between grenades and the turret, this wasn't so bad. Looks like we got him. Alright, fucking chill. Rescuing that little sister triggered Tenenbaum to send us a gift that contained 200 Atom and a plasmid to hypnotize Big Daddies. I used the Atom to buy an extra plasmid slot, and that gave me a trophy. I then unfortunately realized that hypnotized Big Daddies don't let you get free shots on them. And at last, return to Peach. I have to give up my weapons to enter, and after Peach spoils the twist of the game,
Ryan promised Fontaine was dust, and now here you are doing his dirty.
he tries to kill me. Between the turrets, bots, explosions, and lack of weapons, this was pretty tough. I was only able to win eventually by using the security against Peach, and by doing that, I got the trophy. I then retrieved my weapons just in time to find the first weapon upgrade station. Making the first upgrade gives me a trophy. And now, I make my way to Smuggler's hideout to rescue Atlas's family. Things got off to a rough start when I turned around to see if there was anything behind me, and that triggered a loading screen that just kept on loading.
1 eternity later.
Okay, let's try that again. I reach the sub this time, but just as Atlas is about to rescue his family, Andrew Ryan pops in to sick some splicers on us. I dealt with them and was doing some looting, as you do, when... Huh? What? Did I miss something? Andrew Ryan may have burned your family, Atlas, but the cameras will cook them when it said their picture isn't worth shit. Anyways, we escaped to Arcadia, and it seems our objective now is to find and kill Andrew Ryan.
We'll find him and we'll tear his heart out.
Okay. But passing through Arcadia was far from a cakewalk. I did, however, reach a new vending machine that lets you craft ammo, and crafting something for the first time is a trophy. Dude, these bots are so annoying. Help me, Big Daddy. Help me. What the fuck are you doing? Thank God. The Big Daddy would continue to be a miserable failure.
He shot me!
And as I move through the level, Andrew Ryan starts to gas the entire place. That's a problem, so I need to find a Dr. Langford to fix this. She asks us to bring her a rose, and just as we do, Andrew Ryan steps in to ruin our plans again. Fortunately, Langford gave us the information we need to solve the gas issue ourselves. But we have to go grocery shopping to make that antidote. On the way to the farmer's market, I took enough pictures of Houdini splicers to unlock the natural camouflage tonic. This turns you invisible if you stand still, and it's going to be very helpful to avoid security bots.
Dude, how long have you been standing there?
An hour.
An hour?
I've mastered the ability of standing so incredibly still that I've become invisible to the eye. Watch.
Oh shit, oh, come on, it's just a picture, it's just a picture. Speaking of pictures, while gathering the resources I needed, I maxed out the leadhead splicer research. I found the rest of the components I needed, as well as a weapon upgrade station that gave me a trophy. With Atlas's encouragement, I craft the Lazarus vector, and one extremely close Big Daddy fight later, I return to Arcadia to deploy it.
How long is it gonna take?
A very fucking long time, pal. While the serum deploys, I have to fight off waves of enemies, and sealing the doors doesn't even stop them.
They are still coming through.
There's also a Big Daddy in here, and I used him to help me out. I think you got him. The waves of enemies provided me plenty of photo ops, and I maxed the thuggish splicer research here. Everything went downhill after that because the Big Daddy walked into a trap I was setting, and now I have to fight him as well.
You are my brother, Anakin.
He did set off the security, which let me take a shitload of pictures of the security bot, so that was definitely save-worthy. And as my resources dwindled, I killed the Big Daddy. Also save-worthy, but that put me in a pretty dire spot. Because with no health left, I had to find a way to stay alive.
Hey, you.
I was eventually able to make it to the vending machine and get some health packs, and I would hack that machine, giving me a trophy for 50 hacks. With the fresh supplies, I survived the rest of this encounter and got a trophy for restoring the forest. That section right there might have been the hardest part of the game for me. We moved to Fort Frolic next, and it's time for some gambling. Hitting the jackpot earned me a trophy, and right across the room I invented the rest of the ammo types I needed for the next trophy. We're supposed to just be passing through Fort Frolic to reach Andrew Ryan, but we get roped into doing work for Sander Cohen. Before going to talk to him, I did a lot of the side stuff around here, and I was able to take all my pictures of spider splicers, security bots, and Houdini splicers. Plus another upgrade station giving me a trophy for 2 fully upgraded guns. And it's at last time to see what Cohen wants.
You sick fuck, let me out of there.
And it turns out he's also a big fan of photography. He wants me to complete his masterpiece by killing a few folk and taking their picture. He gives me a crossbow to do this, which is a good start, but Mr. Cohen, if you want me to be your photographer,
I'll take a staff job. Double the money.
while getting his pictures, a new Big Daddy appears, and taking its picture gives me a trophy for taking a photo of every research group. With the masterpiece complete, I get a story trophy and can move on to Hephaestus. Finding Ryan's office was simple, but getting in is another matter. To do that, I have to craft an EMP by gathering materials around the level. I decided to fight the new Big Daddy type here, and after a few failed attempts, I realized keeping your distance is all you really have to do to kill these ones. I'd find another weapon upgrade station, and that'd give me a trophy. And then I spent the rest of the level killing the other Big Daddies and building a bomb. Some of those tasks went smoother than others.
What the fuck is this?
But with the EMP complete, it was time to take it to the Hephaestus core. I completed the turret's research on the way and set it off.
Houston, this is ISS.
That opens Ryan's office, and it's time for some complete and utter bullshit. I have no idea what happened other than OBS glitched. But right before the most important part of the game, my recording's audio completely cuts out. Not only that, but it also comes back as soon as this part ends.
Power's back!
The scene that took this game from being great to being iconic, and I don't have any sound. Well, here's Bioshock, but Andrew Ryan is the Green Goblin.
In the end, what separates a man from a slave? Money? Power? No. A man chooses. A slave obeys. Did that airplane crash, or was it hijacked? Forced down. Forced down by something less than a man. Something bred to sleepwalk through life until they are activated by a simple phrase spoken by their kindly master.
Stop, would you kindly? Would you kindly? Powerful phrase. Familiar phrase.
Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find it? Would you kindly find it? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
Sit, would you kindly? Stand, would you kindly? Run! Stop! Turn. A man chooses. A slave obeys. Kill!
Killing Ryan gives me a trophy, and with my world-shattered Atlas unmask himself. He's actually Frank Fontaine and responsible for my brainwashing. He intends to kill me right here and now, but thanks to a little sister.
It is not this day!
I make my escape to Olympus Heights, and with my game audio restored, Tenenbaum tells us she broke some of our mental conditioning, but I still have work to do to break it completely. Fontaine makes this extra inconvenient by reducing my health, but I still have to find a way to kill these big daddies. And that's easier said than done. Electric Buck ended up being pretty clutch for me though. I had a lot of Atom now and was able to max out a tonic track to get a trophy. A diary tells us we need an antidote called Plot 192, and on the way there I found Sandra Cohen's apartment. He asked me not to interrupt his dancers, to which I respectfully declined, because I need to draw him out. Not sure if he's supposed to be hard to kill because I shot him with a rocket and he immediately got glitched.
Good job.
Give me some of that web action.
Now that's dedication to the arts.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang! Bang!
Taking a picture of his corpse gives me 1 trophy, and going through the door he came out of gives me a 2nd for entering his personal quarters. He's got a weapon upgrade station in here, and that gave me 4 fully upgraded weapons. Heading back downstairs, I fought the big daddy that wandered in, and upon barely surviving, I maxed out the little sister research. Damn, with this many pictures of little girls on me, it's no wonder Andrew Ryan thought I was CIA. I reached the lot 192, and that causes me to lose control of my plasmids. To fix that, I have to find a 2nd dose in Apollo Square. Really the only hard part of this level were the elite Rosies.
Hello, motherfucker.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it!
And for the only time during this game, I was glad to see some nitro splicers, because that let me max out the research without having to go looking for them. I found the lot 192 to return my plasmids to normal, and that gave me a story trophy, and fully broke Fontaine's control. The game wasn't done fucking with my mind though, because little sister started teleporting.
Huh?
No, not teleporting. Duplicating. What the fuck? There's only supposed to be 1 left, right? Well, I rescued 1 of them and then maxed out the Rosie research. I also found a weapon upgrade station here. Before heading to Point Prometheus, I went back to clean up the big daddies I missed. This was pretty easy at this point, and I even tried to be strategic at times by 2v1ing them. But you truly can't have shit in Rapture, and this turned into a 2v1 against me.
Get down, Mr. President!
Bro, that big daddy 100% knew what he was doing. Inside Fort Frolic, I used my Atom to buy my 58th tonic and finish the Bouncer research. This completed all of the research for a measly bronze trophy. I wrapped up the big daddies and could move on with the story. Fortunately, I'm on the last level of the game, so it's time to wrap up some of these trophies. To reach Fontaine, I have to become a big daddy and get a little sister to open a door for me. And while collecting what I need to do that, I maxed out all plasmid and tonic tracks, found the last weapon upgrade station, and invented as much stuff as I could because I need to make 100 items. But this still wasn't enough, so I moved on and killed the last big daddy, which let me rescue the last little sister. Continuing my transformation into a big daddy, I tried my luck at inventing more items, and on the last resource I had, the trophy popped.
Hey!
The end of the diary should be coming up, and fingers crossed I didn't miss any because that would be a massive pain. Oh, thank God. There's the Historian trophy for finding them all.
It's done.
Fully becoming a big daddy gives me a story trophy, and now all I have to do is beat the game. To reach Fontaine, I have to escort a little sister, and I did that flawlessly without a single hitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
And now all that's left is the final boss fight. I stocked up on everything and took the elevator up to Fontaine. And I was fully expecting this to be pretty hard, but I beat him on the first try.
What?
Really, without using much strategy. I was using my strongest weapons, but the first phase took almost half my health pack, so I wasn't expecting this to go anywhere. Especially when bots and other enemies start to attack you.
Oh, not good.
But by keeping my distance and just bobbing and weaving, I somehow managed to survive all this. The target dummy plasmid helped out as well, but even at the end I thought I was still cooked because I was expecting another round after this drain, but no, that's literally it. While he yaps, I get a trophy for defeating Atlas, and then he gets jumped by a swarm of little sisters.
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
Huh, I didn't know Rapture was in the UK. And with Fontaine dead, I get the trophy for beating the game without harvesting any little sisters. And now I should be getting all of the difficulty trophies. Oh, okay, we're just gonna skip to the platinum. Well, what I earned but didn't pop was complete the game on hard and survivor, and doing both those difficulties without using a Vita chamber. And that is the Bioshock Platinum. This game still holds up and was incredibly unique and fun to play through. Combined with the awesome location and story, I see why it's so iconic.
I get it.
Thanks for watching, and come back next time to see me continue the series with Bioshock 2.
Is that it? I think so.